Can I tell you guys that this show sucks? Honestly, this show is terrible. Okay, that was weird. My charger was out, but I double checked it and apparently it was in. Now it's charging, which is pretty weird. But, whatever. Do you guys know that this show really is bad? This show's bad. And I don't normally say this on my channel. Like, I try to kind of ignore how bad the show is, but God, this show was just 3 hours is draining. 3 hours, like, it may be better some people may think longer is better, but the fact we only got one women's match on a 3-hour pay-per-view really shows you how bad this show is. The fact they've got nothing for Asuka, they've got nothing for her to do. No match for her. It's just stupid. And the only thing we got of the women were just backstage segments with Nia and Shayna wanting to be captains of Team Raw. And it didn't even end up being them. Ridiculous. The show began with Drew McIntyre talking about his loss. It's very awkward, and I'm not gonna lie. As much as I want to say it's pretty satisfying to see Randy as the WWE champion, it is kind of weird to see Drew McIntyre not as WWE champion. Just like how on SmackDown, if Bayley is on SmackDown this coming Saturday, it's going to be very, very weird to see Bayley without that title. If she's there, of course. Which I'm pretty sure she probably will, but maybe she might end up getting time off. She might take time off, but we'll see. But yeah, it was very weird to see Drew not as WWE champion. But he came out, he talked about his loss. He said he's not going to make excuses. Good! Because you shouldn't make excuses, you lost. Then Miz and Morrison, hey, 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 ho, ho, made their way to the ring. And Miz and Morrison started poking the bear of Drew McIntyre. Even though Drew McIntyre warned them to be careful of what to say. And of course they didn't be careful. They just wanted to go straight for the neck. The thing that set off Drew McIntyre was when John Morrison said that you better hope it doesn't take you another 19 years to become WWE champion. It won't take him another 19 years. It will probably only take him a couple of months. Because Randy Orton isn't going to be champion for long, that's for sure. It might not take Drew long at all. Randy Orton might not be champion for long. Randy Orton might play the role of transitional champion again. The way WWE's treating him, it seems like he probably will be. Drew once again going back after him. The Fiend possibly going after him. The Miz. But yeah, then it would later set up a match between Drew McIntyre and The Miz. And then our first match was AJ Styles versus Jeff Hardy. I'm sorry, as much as I want to say this match was good, I just can't get into Jeff Hardy anymore. Jeff Hardy's just, he's nostalgia to me. He's past his prime. He's not as good as he used to be. AJ Styles would win. Oh, by the way, this was a qualifying match to join in the traditional Survivor Series team. And yes, they're not including NXT. They're not including NXT, and this has obviously gotten a lot of people mad that there's no NXT. Listen, NXT is not involved because of COVID. Because apparently COVID, this stupid virus that won't piss off, has apparently been affecting NXT. So instead of being pissed off at WWE, you guys should be pissed off at COVID. I've been seeing a lot of people getting mad at WWE. Don't blame COVID on WWE. Don't blame COVID stuff on WWE. You should not be blaming WWE for something that is uncontrollable. COVID is uncontrollable and you can't blame WWE. So, you people are telling me that you would rather these wrestlers run the risk of possibly catching the virus just so that you could have a match? Just so that we could get a triple threat match with Asuka, Io, and Sasha? Look, I want that match too. Don't get me wrong. I wanted that match as well. But am I upset we're not getting it? Yeah, I'm a little upset. But I'm not going to rage about it on social media like a 5-year-old and say cancel Survivor Series just because NXT is not involved. NXT is not involved because of COVID. If COVID wasn't as bad, NXT would be involved. COVID has calmed down here in Australia, but it just hasn't calmed down in other parts of the world. So please, can you guys actually find out why these things happen before you throw a fit? I understand. It's understandable why NXT is not involved. So don't blame this on WWE. So AJ Styles won. He qualified for the men's Survivor Series team. I don't like the traditional Survivor Series matches. I honestly thought they were... I thought they were going to start... I thought they were going to focus this all about Retribution. Well, there you go. They're not. They're making this all about The Undertaker because it's his 30th anniversary. Well, so much for getting rid of the Survivor Series tradition. Guess WWE just changed their minds. We had stupid R-Truth and in his 24/7 nonsense as outside filler, while Lucha House Party versus Akira Tozawa and Drew Gulak in a tag team match. Yeah, who gives a shit about this tag team match? Lucha Bum Party win. Who gives a shit? And R-Truth was on the outside being pinned. Seriously. Seriously. The rules... there's this guy I watch. And I want to quote him here. Here are the rules of the 24/7 title. The rules are simple. All you gotta do is roll up your opponent and you win. Those are the rules. The rules are simple. The only move you do in a 24/7 title match is roll-ups. No punches, no kicks, no submissions, no finishes, just roll-ups. Seriously, you want to pin R-Truth? Hit your damn finisher! You want to pin R-Truth? Hit the Gulak! You want to pin R-Truth? Hit the senton! Whatever finisher Metallic and Dorado have, use that! Whatever their finishes are, use that on bloody Truth if you want to win the bloody title. Stop with these roll-ups! A roll-up is not going to pin somebody. Those are the rules of the 24/7 title. You just do roll-ups. This is why I don't care about the 24/7 title. The fact that R-Truth has won it 48 times, or 42 times, I don't bloody care. Why do I care? how many times he's won the 24/7 title. He's the only guy that holds the bloody thing. Everybody else wins it for about 5 seconds and then it goes right back to R-Truth. Why should I care about a title that's always in the hands of R-Truth? Then we had Keith Lee. He took on Elias in a Survivor Series qualifier. Jeff Hardy returned the favor. I forgot to mention this. Elias kind of interfered in the match. It was after the match. Elias hit Jeff with the guitar, and Jeff Hardy interfered with his music playing. And that's another thing that's kind of stupid about WWE, that someone who's interfering, you just hear their music playing and they just stand there looking like a dumbass, and then they turn around and then the guy that they're facing just hits their finisher on them and beats them. Keith Lee ends up defeating Elias due to outside interference from Jeff Hardy, and Jeff Hardy does the same thing to Elias, just whacks him with a guitar. We had the Hurt Business face Retribution. No joke. All these Retribution names are in capital letters. They're actually all in capital letters, by the way. So Hurt Business once again faces Retribution in an 8-man tag. Who do you think won? Do you think Retribution's actually going to look like an actual threat here and actually beat the Hurt Business? Of course not. Of course not. You can't have Hurt Business lose. You can't have these guys lose. Hurt Business are more valuable than Retribution. Seriously. Retribution are the new guys in town, and you're not gonna have MVP and his guys do the honors. You're not gonna have these guys do the honors and actually make these new guys look good. No, of course not. Let's just have Mia Yim pretending to pretending to have a seizure. That's what I was trying to say. Let's just pretend to have let's have Mia Yim pretend to have a seizure in the ring, allowing Shane Thorne to pin MVP. Shane Thorne was the only guy that actually got a pinfall victory. Congratulations, Shane Thorne. You're the first member in Retribution to actually score a pin. Good job. Proud of you, Shane. Very proud of you. You may think that's sarcasm. I'm actually being serious. I'm actually pretty happy Shane was the first guy in Retribution to actually score a pinfall for Retribution. But what the hell does that matter? Is that going to make Shane Thorne a threat? No, of course not. He gets speared immediately. He gets speared immediately by Bobby Lashley later on. And Mia Yim gets injected, or rejected from ringside, I should say. All because she revealed that she was faking it. She was pretending. She didn't really have a seizure. She was pretending to have a seizure. And the referee booted her out. Cool. Then Bobby Lashley and Dominik Dijakovic both got double counted out. And then Shelton Benjamin will eliminate Mace, or Dio Madden, I should say. I guess Mace isn't the most worst name in the world, but still, I prefer to call them by their actual names. And poor old Mustafa Ali was by himself. Poor old Mustafa Ali was all by himself against Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander. So because he was outnumbered 2-on-1, what do you think Ali does? The smartest thing to do. Get yourself disqualified. Yay! That's a great idea. Make you and your entire stable look even more pathetic. And then Mustafa Ali runs away. Mustafa Ali runs away from Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley. Oh my god, man. How? How? This is not even funny. You made this new stable and you're treating them like jokes. You're treating them like jokes. This stable had potential. This had loads of potential. This had loads of potential to be a really good stable. But no, let's have the Hurt Business just bury them. Let's have the Hurt Business continue to bury all four of these talented men. Shane Thorne's talented. Dio's talented. I haven't seen much of him to really comment, but, you know, I'll say he's talented. Dominic is talented. Ali's talented. And I guess Mia Yim, she's talented too. But they don't really, but Hurt Business don't have a female. Wait until they get a female to bury Mia Yim. Wait till they get a female, and then their female will bury Mia Yim. I don't like using the term buried very much, but holy cow, it really feels like Retribution's getting buried. I don't want to throw that word around too much, but I'm starting to lose hope in Retribution. I really am. I really am starting to lose hope in them, and it's a real shame. Shane Thorne is the first guy to ever score a pinfall win for Retribution, and it will probably stay that way. Because it just doesn't seem like WWE is going to give Retribution a win. Retribution are 0-4. 0-4. 0-4. Yeah. Real threatening team. Then we had Drew McIntyre face The Miz. Drew McIntyre wins that with a Claymore. And also, The Miz made this little phrase. He was like, correct! So you know what I say? Did The Miz end up losing this match? Correct! Correct, he did. Did The Miz eat a Claymore to the face? Correct! Did John Morrison try to interfere to help The Miz? Correct! And did Drew McIntyre prevent John Morrison to interfere? Correct! And did Drew McIntyre get the win? Correct! There you go. There you go. First, Miz makes me say, hey, 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 ho, ho, ho. And now he's making me say, correct. Good job, Miz. Good job. Now I can't wait to say that a lot on my channel, just to annoy the shit out of people. Then we had Adam Pearce announcing the Women's Survivor Series team. Hold up! Hold up! You mean to tell me AJ Styles, Keith Lee, and Sheamus, who qualifies later on, you mean to tell me these guys go through qualifying matches to get into the Survivor Series team? But you couldn't have Nia, Shayna, Mandy, Dana do the same thing? You couldn't have the women qualify? Excuse me? Are you that lazy? I get it. Maybe you don't have enough women. Ugh. You have 4 women who wrestled to join the Survivor Series team during this segment. So you mean to tell me you couldn't have Shayna, Nia, Mandy, or Dana versus them? Ridiculous. Ridiculous how they didn't have the women have qualifying matches, but they had the men do. Which is ridiculous. So Adam Pearce announces Team Raw's team of the team of Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Dana Brooke, and Mandy Rose. And Shayna and Nia demand to be the captains. Which Mandy and Dana obviously were arguing, and this is why I don't like Survivor Series matches, because to me it feels like Nia and Shayna are eventually going to have a feud with Dana and Mandy, and they're teaming with two people that they're probably most likely going to be feuding with. Ridiculous. Same thing with Keith Lee. Don't be surprised if Braun Strowman ends up on the same team as Keith Lee. So then Adam Pearce announces a fatal four-way to determine the final member, and I think he said the captain, and I think he said the winner of this becomes captain. I'm not sure, but if that's the case, then Raw has literally the worst captain in the history of wrestling. People thought Alicia Fox, when she was captain for Team Raw once, was bad. And if this fatal four-way was to determine the captain for Team Raw, then I think we found a worse captain than Alicia Fox. It was Nikki Cross, Lacey Evans, Peyton Royce, and Lana in a fatal four-way. And you know what's funny? Peyton Royce literally carried this entire match. Peyton Royce literally carried this entire match. One of the best rising stars that WWE has. She did everything in this match. She did the Widows. She did a gory bomb on Nikki Cross on top of Lacey Evans. Peyton Royce is just a gem. She is a gem, and it's a criminal. And it's a criminal shame how they're treating this woman. She was, according to reports, was going to get a singles push. Well, it sure as hell doesn't seem that way. This is why you don't believe shit on the internet. Who won this fatal four-way, if you guys are asking me? Well, what did I say before? If the winner of this match was actually the captain, we've got a worse captain than Alicia Fox. Freaking Lana wins this match, and it was after one of Peyton's attacks. I think Peyton was involved in the whole collision of what happened with Nikki Cross, and then Lana throws Peyton Royce out of the ring. Literally, Lana does nothing. Literally, Lana does absolutely jack shit in this match, and she pins Nikki Cross after a move that was done by Peyton Royce. And you see and WWE shows a visual of Peyton Royce sitting on the outside, sad and crying that she did not win this match. And you get Lana as your winner. If this match was to determine the captain, I swear to God, Lana as the captain is literally the worst captain in the history of women's wrestling. Lana is going to be a terrible captain. Yeah, good luck trying to tell Nia Jax what to do. Good luck trying to tell Shayna Baszler what to do. Seriously, seriously, I would take Nia Jax as the captain at this rate. Seriously, I would take Nia Jax as my captain than freaking Lana. Lana better be the first person eliminated from that match. The bell rings, the SmackDown woman hits her finisher on Lana and pins her straight away. She better be the first person eliminated. Secondly, I want to talk about this for a real second because I'm so damn pissed and I'm so damn sick and tired of people not understanding when I make a tweet about creating a new star. I'm so damn sick and tired of people not listening. one person in particular, I'm not naming names, but I'm so damn tired of people just not getting the drift. I made a tweet today. Because you know how WWE wants to make Bianca Belair the future star of WWE. And you can clearly tell they are. Because you can clearly tell Bianca Belair is being built up as the next big star on SmackDown. So I made this tweet. Bianca Belair is definitely going to be a part of Team SmackDown. I'm pretty sure the SmackDown Women's team is most likely going to be Bayley, Bianca, Liv, Ruby, Zelina, or Billie Kay. Most likely Zelina, or probably Carmella. But here's the thing. I made a tweet saying, if WWE is serious about making Bianca Belair a big star in WWE, Bianca Belair, she needs to eliminate Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. That is what I said in my tweet. And I said, no ifs, no buts, Bianca has to beat them. She has to beat them in this match. And then I get someone, telling me, oh, Bianca Belair can't beat Shayna Baszler. What makes you think Bianca Belair is going to beat Shayna Baszler? Because she needs to! If WWE is serious about making Bianca Belair the next big star of WWE, she has to beat Shayna. Not just Shayna, Nia. If you want to create a new star in Bianca Belair, you have her beat the big stars of WWE. You don't have her beat Lana and Dana. You have her beat the biggest stars on your roster. That's how you create new stars. That's how you create new stars. You gotta have them beat the top stars top stars. That's what you have to do. I don't care what anyone says. Bianca Belair needs to pin both Nia and Shayna in this match. Team SmackDown overall needs to win this match. I am so damn tired of people not understanding when I try to tell people that we need new stars created, but then you get people, then I get people telling me, oh, but Bianca Belair's never beaten Shayna Baszler. Who the hell cares if she's never beaten Shayna Baszler? Who the hell cares? That was in NXT. That was NXT. This is the main roster. This is not the same Shayna Baszler from NXT. This Shayna Baszler we have on the main roster is completely different to the Shayna Baszler we had in NXT. The Shayna Baszler in NXT buried people. This Shayna's different. Shayna Baszler is not like Ronda Rousey, who would refuse to put people over. I know Shayna Baszler would actually would be kind enough to help Bianca Belair become a new big star. Seriously, I'm so damn sick and tired of people not listening and not understanding. We need new stars created. I hear people complaining about WWE not creating new stars, and whenever I give ideas for WWE to create new stars, I get idiots telling me, oh, but the person you're talking about can't beat a certain person. Who the hell cares if they can't beat a certain person? They still have the chance to. Bianca Belair needs to beat Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax in this match. Hell, I'd have bloody Bianca Belair eliminate the entire team. She doesn't need anybody else. But of course she does, because it's a traditional Survivor Series match, 5-on-5. I'm sick and tired of people not listening. Shayna Baszler can take a loss. Seriously. It's not gonna kill her. But anyway. I'm just so damn pissed that Peyton Royce is being robbed once again. Great. Great to know that my girl from Australia is being screwed over. Put her back with Billy Kay. Can we trade her to SmackDown, please? Trade her to SmackDown and put her back with Billy Kay. Trade her to SmackDown for Carmella, please. Then we had Sheamus. He faced off against Matt Riddle in a qualifying match. Sheamus won. Good. Sheamus deserved it more than Matt Riddle anyway, that barefoot bum. Matt Riddle sucks. Get him off my TV. And then the last thing was Randy Orton on Moment of Bliss. And this led to Drew McIntyre coming out and having a brawl with Randy Orton. I thought Hell in a Cell was supposed to end rivalries. Didn't I hear Drew McIntyre say? Didn't Drew McIntyre say that his match with Randy Orton was going to be the last one inside Hell in a Cell? Why the hell is he coming out here and attacking Randy Orton again? Seriously, WWE needs to put an end to this feud. There's no reason for Drew McIntyre to be going after Randy Orton. Hell in a Cell is supposed to end rivalries. Not keep them going. But The Fiend did appear. Because Alexa Bliss mentioned Randy Orton in the Funhouse. And Bray Wyatt wasn't too happy. So, it seems like they could be setting up a triple threat, possibly. Maybe down the road. Because I know Randy's facing Roman at Survivor Series. But for all we know, that could end up changing. For all we know, Randy could end up losing from now until Survivor Series. And it could be Bray Wyatt versus Roman. Or Drew versus Roman. In my opinion, the matches that they have for the Survivor Series, just leave them that way. There's no reason to change your champions. There's no reason to change your champions right before Survivor Series. Just leave it as it is. Please. I want to see Sasha and Asuka actually have a match that actually doesn't end due to a screwy finish. Please. Just leave the matches as they are. You don't need to change them. But anyway, guys, that's all I got for you guys in this review. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that thumbs up. Comment your thoughts down below. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you all next time.